Hola, welcome to Fan for Spanish Materials. Today's video is going to be about the continuous tense in the past. So that's why it's called I was doing. So we have two I was doing because we have two situations. Yeah. We have the first one with the past simple, which is this one here, and the second one is going to be with the past imperfect, and they both mean something different. So I could say yo estuve haciendo, but I could also say yo estaba haciendo, and it doesn't necessarily mean the same thing. The meaning maybe is similar, but we're going to see what's the difference between them. So we already talked about this tense imperfect, and we said that the imperfect we were using uh, to describe, yeah, things in the past, to describe the moment, the situation around. So and when we use this tense here, yeah, this continuous, right, in past tense I was doing, um, you can, if you use this imperfect, yo estaba haciendo, yo estaba comiendo, yo estaba manejando, yo estaba estudiando, you're describing what you were doing in a certain moment. So here you are just describing, you know, what's happening. Yeah, let's say you, okay, you you bought a soup in a restaurant, right? But when you bought a soup, yeah, the waiter was doing something, and at the same time, the owner of the cook was uh, serving a plate. So also the person at the till was yelling. So all these things are actions that were happening while you were buying your food, right? So uh, this is pretty much like uh, the sense of this. So why when you have a situation, right, where there are different actions that are happening, are going on, then you start using this. Yo estaba haciendo, el cocinero estaba preparando algo, el mesero estaba llevando la comida. So, estaba is just to talk about the description of the moment, to describe actions that are happening, you know, in that very moment, uh, as a description of the scene itself. Yeah. So, and we talked about this before. Yeah. Now, if you say yo estuve haciendo, right? Or tú estuviste haciendo, it's not to describe at all. Here, we are not describing at all what's happening around. This is completely different. When we use this tense, we're talking about something that you were doing, yeah, in a period of time, yeah, in the past. So this is the present here. This is the present here, right? This is you right now, today, yeah. And before, in the past, yeah, you were performing here an action. Maybe you were cleaning, uh, uh, I don't know, your room, or you were designing a house. But this action that you did in this time, in this period of time, that it's already done. Yeah, uh, that's when you use this tense. I was doing. So it's like when you say I was doing this for 3 months. Yeah, like 5 years ago, I was designing an airplane. Yes, and I was designing the airplane for like a year. So it took me 1 year to design the airplane. I was designing the airplane like 5 years ago. I was doing that thing. So 5 years ago, yeah, you were doing something, yeah, and that's how you use this tense. And also, this thing lasted 1 year, right? So it's two different times. The action lasted 1 year, right? But it was 5 years ago. This is just an example. Yeah. You can say, Last week I was studying Spanish on Sunday." So, yeah, like la semana pasada estuve estudiando español el domingo. So, so we're talking about things that already happened, actions that already happened, and they happened during a time, right? And you want to specify that. So when these actions happen during a like a like a period of time, you can use this tense, yeah. So as you can see here, there is no description at all, yeah. I'm just talking about something that happened before, and it took some time to do it, you know. Uh, and also, because it's past simple, is part of the sequence. We give sequence with past simple. So I could say, I met your friend, and then after that, we were talking about something, huh? Right? And then after that, we uh, we were thinking about going to your place. So it also gives sequence, yeah. So you can have yeah, different periods of time in a sequence, right? And you can use this past tense as well. So it's like, you know, um, 10 years ago, I was studying at the university, and after I was done with that, I was working for a company for 2 years. Then I was done with that, and then I was living in Massachusetts for another 3 years. So it's a sequence, yeah. Those were actions that lasted a period of time, yeah. I wasn't describing at all the scene, okay. I'm talking about actions that happened in the past, right? And they took a period of time. That's all. Whereas here, I'm describing a moment in the past. I'm describing the scene by specifying different uh, things that are happening. Yeah. Estaba lloviendo. Eh, yeah. María estaba bailando. Eh, Mi mamá estaba cocinando. Yeah, I'm describing what's happening. My mom was cooking. Maria was dancing. It was raining, right? It's more like describing one scene. Yeah. So that's the difference between these two here. Yeah. Let's have a look at this example. So, llegué al barrio y estuvimos comiendo con Ana. Good. I arrived to the neighborhood, and then we were eating with Anna. Yeah, we were having food with Anna, and blah blah blah. Here you can see there was sequence. I arrived, and then after that, I was, eating something with Anna. Ella estuvo trabajando mucho el año pasado. I'm talking about something that happened last year. Yeah, yeah, something that took a period of time. Ella estuvo trabajando. She was working a lot in last year. So yeah, she was working a lot in this in the last year. That's it. I'm not describing anything here. Estuvimos pensando en eso toda la tarde. We were thinking about it the whole afternoon. So yeah, it's an action that took some time, the whole afternoon actually, and that's it. Yeah, and it happened in the past. Yeah. Um. So now let's have a look at these examples here. Uh, Yo estaba abriendo la puerta. Ah, like in that moment, I was opening the door. Tú estabas tomando vino en la cocina. You were drinking a glass of wine in the kitchen. So I'm describing what's happening in that moment. Los pájaros estaban cantando. Birds were singing. So picture it. In that moment, I was opening the door. You were having a glass of wine in the kitchen, and the birds were singing. So you can picture the scene. You can picture the situation. I'm describing what's happening around. That's all. Yeah. Um, Not giving sequence at all. I'm just describing one moment, one scene. Yeah. So that's the difference between these two. If you want to describe the scene, use estaba. If you're talking about something that happened, something that you were doing a long time ago, then use estuve. Yeah. That's it. How to practice this. So we are going to have, well, first of all, do your Quizlet flashcards, yeah, also your notes and writing. Tell somebody a problem you had. This is a classical. This is tell somebody about a problem, any problem you had. People have problems. You you have problems too. Everybody has problems. You must have had a lot of problems in your life, maybe small or big, but problems anyways. Now, I want you to describe the moments or to describe the scenes by mentioning actions that were happening in that scene. Yeah. You can say things that people were doing. You can say what you were doing as well, or thinking or feeling, in continuous. So this is the description. You're describing scenes here, moments that happened. Yeah. And also, I mean, this problem, of course, uh, had can have a description of the scene itself or different scenes actually, but also at events. Yeah. um, it doesn't have to be in continuous. Just add events in past simple. Yeah. Just to add sequence. Yeah. And you can also add events in continuous if you consider there was something that was performed in a period of time. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much what you can do to to practice this. So, but mostly just practice this. Describe moments. Yeah, use estaba, and maybe you don't have to add in continuous these events. Yeah, you just can talk about things that you were doing long time ago. You know, you know, hace 5 años estuve trabajando en Madrid. You can say that. Yeah. Have fun and yeah, practice this a lot. See you in the next video. Gracias y hasta luego. Bye bye.